I'm really tired, so I don't know how good or bad this video will be, but I want to talk about fear today, more specifically fear and autism. But when it comes to emotions, I could say this really for any emotion, but you shouldn't, like, emotions are strong, especially fear is a strong emotion, but it shouldn't allow them to be as strong that they interfere with your main goals. And fear is something, I will get to that later on, that might influence decisions in a bad way if you choose to let fear decide for you. Your fear is not unnecessary. It's a natural emotion. It's really a good emotion to have. Like all emotions, sadness is a good emotion, anger is a good emotion. But we shouldn't let these emotions control ourselves. Rather, just give them a place. Don't hate yourself. Don't fight your emotions. Allow your emotions to be there, but know how to put them. Like you should, everyone should learn, maybe including me sometimes, how to put these emotions on, not on hold, but to place them somewhere so that they don't overwhelm your thoughts, so they influence your decisions. Because emotionally driven decisions are often bad ones. Like, you should be rational about making decisions, especially when it comes to making decisions about your future. And I feel like fear is something that, well, it's it's something that definitely influences a lot of bad decisions made by a lot of people. Yeah. When it comes to autism, I'm going to just like look at my younger self, how I experienced it. Like when I went to the in the first year of high school, I experienced it as the main fear I had was the fear of missing out. Really, and it's a fear that I, that still people of every age could have, but the fear of missing out. Like I was afraid of being the weirdo. I was afraid of not being normal. The only thing I wanted at that time was to be normal. I also wanted to be popular. Like I really wanted to, but I didn't dare to do anything. I was in fact so afraid of missing out, afraid of being weird, that I didn't dare to speak anything. Like that I didn't dare to say a word because I was so afraid of rejection. I was so afraid of people hating me, people thinking I'm weird, that I would think that it's better to say nothing than to say something weird. And it came out wrong. Like it's obviously turned out exactly like this fear, this focusing on fear. It really became a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I think that's a lot of times when we let fear. That's why I started this video with don't let any emotion, but don't let fear influence your decisions. If you focus on that fear, you will unfortunately turn it into a self fulfilling prophecy, which makes exactly that fear come true. And that's something that I had in high school, first year of high school, that I was so afraid of missing out, that I was so afraid of being a weirdo, that I didn't dare to speak a word because I was just so scared of them rejecting me that eventually they actually just couldn't do anything else than that because I didn't say anything. And this is why I got my book words out there to speak, because you have to speak. Like if you want to socialize, if you want to have friends, if you want to have a romantic partner, if you want to have social interactions with anyone, you will have to speak. You can't communicate a lot without speaking. So you have to. You have to, with all these things, don't let your emotions overcome you so that you turn it into a self-fulfilling prophecy, that you get into the victim mindset, because that's what I experienced. and that's something that you have to get out of. You have to avoid uh, getting into a victim mindset, because you always there's always you can never lose sense of control. There's always something in you that you can actually control in yourself. So whether it's emotions, and even if you're bad at it, like even if you're bad at putting your emotions to rest, even if you're bad at this, you can try. You always have to you can always take a little bit, like even if it's really really small steps, you can always take a little bit of initiative to get out of there, get out of this victim mindset, get out of the self-fulfilling prophecy. You can escape it, but you have to believe in yourself. And I think I am grateful for experiencing what I experienced in high school, because I am grateful that I experienced exactly what I'm telling you right now. That yes, I feel like I did the wrong thing with not speaking at all, because that was exactly making my fears come to reality. But now I know how to handle it. This is something that I will tell a lot of people in a lot of situations. Experience is maybe the best lessons that you could learn in anything. So you need to experience this, and you especially need to experience the in yourself. This is something you need to experience if you want to overcome fears, that you are able to overcome them, that you are able to take on self-control. This is kind of completely in your own hands. Like no one can do it for you. I can't do your laundry. I can't do I can't make you less afraid of the things that you are afraid of, because I am not you. You are the person who has the responsibility to take care of your own emotions. So yeah, and autism isn't an excuse. Like I feel like a lot of times, like when I've tried to, I'm sorry for not being empathic enough maybe, but a lot of times I met people who use their autism as an excuse to not interfere. Like, yeah, people told me I have autism, so I can socially interfere with people. I'm socially awkward. I'm socially anxious, so I can't. It's not my responsibility to work on it. It's just it's just me. No, I agree that it might make social interactions more difficult. I know that. I've experienced it myself. I know that social interactions for people with autism can be really hard, can be really intimidating. I especially was really afraid of this rejection, of people hating me, of people. I was afraid. I understand the fears, but as long as you don't work on these fears, you will always have them. And you turn yourself into a paradox of things. So you do have to work on yourself, you do have to work on your fears, you do have to take responsibility, really. Like that's exactly what you need to do if you fear social interactions. Be responsible, don't hate yourself for it, but work on it. Honestly, I know it might be hard, but it's never um what's the word? It's never impossible to work on your skills. So do it. I hope this helps. See you.